Hello everyone again, and welcome to the Unity Beginner Guide learning the basics of C#. I hope you are doing well, I hope you are having a beautiful weekend, and I hope you are doing what you do, and I hope you are relaxing and enjoying your day. So in the last episode guys, we've seen how to use the arrays, we've seen how to use in the previous episode the for loop, the while loop, all those stuff, all those boring stuff guys. This time we are going to see a different type, and this means we are approaching the end of this basics tutorial. I hope you are sticking with us guys. I'm pretty sure these are boring stuff, and I really thank you guys so much for supporting me and for sticking with me all this time learning those basic stuff. Now we are going to learn another type, not of variables, not of for loops, but this time we are going to learn methods or functions. So you can call them anything, functions or methods. So let's go with methods. So what is a method? Basically a method is a block of code where you give it the name of yourself, you give it any given name that you want, and inside of it you write a block of code that you want to execute in a moment of time when you call your method. I know a lot of talking, right? So let's see what is and how you can create a method. Basically guys, we've seen methods from the start of this series. The void start here is a method, and we've been using this one here from the beginning of our courses here. So this is how you can create a method. This is the start. This one here is a method created by default from Unity, and it is called in the start of the game. So start is called before the first frame update. It means the moment you click play it will start. And this one here is the method update. The update is called once per frame. It means it will be called every frame in your game. So think about it like a while loop that never ends until you stop the game. So this is how you use this update method here. And there is the update, there is fixed update, there is a lot of methods from Unity that you can use. And let's try to make our own method. To do this, it's really easy guys. So to make your own method, all you have to do is even make it a public one. So public void, let's name it my method, something like this, and you open parentheses and you open those curly brackets and you close them, and inside of this area here we write the code that we want to execute. So you can even declare it as a public void, or you can just take this public here and keep it just simple, but for this example I will make it into a public void, and inside here we can execute the code that we want. And as always we are just going to do a simple debug.log, and I will say this is my method, simply like this. Now we created a method here. As you can see, we have, this is our method here. You can create as much as you want. You can click outside of it just like this, and you can go ahead and just make void and name this my second if I can write this, but method just like this, and you open these parentheses of course and these curly brackets, and here you have your second method just like this. I don't need this, I will just delete it because I created one. So this is our method here, my method, and this is the execution I want. For the sake of this example I'm keeping it simple just by debugging the result. Now how we can call this method? If I save my code here and I press play here, nothing will happen of course. If I press play, as you can see there is nothing in the console. We have nothing. Why? Because I didn't call my method. So when you create a method from your own, you need to call this method, and the way to call it, it's easy guys. all you have to do is to write the name of your method. So in our case, I will write my method, you open parentheses and you close them. Just like this, I called my method inside the start method. You see this, guys? So when the game starts, I will execute everything inside my start here, right? So what I have in my start function, I have just my method. It means I will execute this method I have here. And where is the method? It's right here. And what is inside my method? There is this debug.log. So when I save my code and I go back to Unity and I click play, I should see here in the console this time, this is my method. It means the start function did what it's supposed to do, and that is to call my method. Now, there is another way to create a method. This is the first one. So the second way is to make a public, let's say again, public void, and this time I will name this one my speed, something just like this. And you open these parentheses, of course, you open this curly bracket, and here you created our second method. But this time, inside those parentheses, you can assign a type of variables to your method. So it will make this method only execute if we have those variables correctly set up. So in my case, just create a variable. Let's name it max speed, for example. So to execute this method here, it will require from the user to give it a, let's say, a max speed. An integer of the name is max speed. And here I will do this debug.log again, and I will print the variable max speed, just like this. So I will go in the start here, and I will call my speed, right? So I will do this, and here I have my speed. I will open this parentheses and close this, but I will have an error. As you can see here, this one when I called my method, I didn't have any error because I didn't have here any variable that I need to use. But in my speed, I need to provide a variable inside here, and the variable should be from the type integer. If I put a float inside here, it will have an error. So let's say my speed that I want to have is 45, something like this. Now I will save my code. What's this method supposed to do? When I start the game, I will show my method. So I will execute my method. It means that I'm going to show this is my method, and after this I will execute and call my speed, and I will give it 45. So it means I will execute this method here and assigning to it the in place of this max speed 45, and the debug.log, it should show me here 45. So if I go back to Unity and I clear this area, I will hit play, and here we should see this is my method and 45. This means our methods is working really cool. Now, what is the use of methods in Unity, right? Basically, when you are creating your player and creating the enemy and creating all this stuff, you will need to create methods that you will be calling outside your players, right? So you need a method that will be calculating the damage that you done to your players. You need a method that will be calculating the number of coins your player is collecting in the game. So this is how we are going to be using methods in Unity. I hope you are enjoying the tutorials. This is a quick tutorial on how to use methods. We are going to go deep inside later, guys, when we are going to be creating our first game. So I hope you did enjoy this tutorial. Subscribe if you're new to this channel, like if you don't like what we do, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. See you.